Thank you very much. Good morning, Jen. Thank you for the opportunity for me to kind of share some insight about and also the experience in this Digital Banking Asia 2020. So what I'm going to talk about today is pretty much about how the AI that will be able to help to transform a banking customer experience, especially in the branch. I will use that as a case study or example. In the past one day and this morning, I hear a lot of very good insight about the panels that talking about AI, talk about digital banking, talk about a lot of good stuff today. So let me go into slightly about a bit more detail. The transformation is nothing new for this financial industry. So this industry typically the first to innovate in leading the technology transition without throughout the entire history. So you can think like it is like as a canary in the coal mine for the enterprise. We see things in BFSI before we see them in this other industry vertical. So this COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the ongoing transformation of the banking industry around digitization. So I hear that a lot of discussion today and yesterday. This industry has to act to evolve and think of improving the customer experience, through the more personalization, getting better security policy planning, offer new services and product with this new digital transformation, considering the technology like, cloud, edge compute, artificial intelligence, and also Internet of Things. So in short, you just think of that. Cloud is the engine. Edge is the gateway. Data is a fuel. IoT is a source of the sensor. Then AI or artificial intelligence is the output of all this insight. So let's discuss my favorite topics here today on AI. How does it transform the banking industry? No, AI has the potential to transform virtually all the industry I just mentioned, and in fact is already making an impact in this industry. AI in banking will help financial institutions improve the efficiency and services as well as risk management, regulatory compliances, and example here like AI is transforming banking industry, everything from the front office to the back office over here. So what kind of new capability on the in this front office is example over here, like I kind of call it out, the self-service kiosk machine and the digital signage. So self-service kiosk embed with the vision so-called recognition can identify if an unauthorized self user or user trying to access an account or block the transaction or even capture the images of the thief. So with added customer service chatbot and a virtual assistant or avatar, we call it avatar over here, that in the kiosk will become more helpful as they grow more capable of understanding all the natural language. Here over here that you can see here that the service robot is able to kind of place to guide the customer in the branches, and also all the smart display can cater for personalized offer by identifying your gender, age, and all these biographics over here. So moving to the right side in the middle, then moving to the to the cloud side perspective. So closer to the back end office, where the brain of the AI is located. All the analytic, intelligence, and process can be processed over here. So it is getting smarter with this machine learning, with the operation and channel management over here. And you also, of course, can do the fraud detection with this AI analytic. So most importantly, if you look at the top of that, the Business Insider did highlight that, that will help with the AI implementation with a cost saving of close to 447 billion by 2023. Sounds interesting, right? So give me a few more minutes. Let me zoom in into this kind of illustration of the future of the bank branches over here. So you can see this is the floor of this bank in the future with the digital transformation. I would like to use that as how we demonstrate the AI usages over here. So first of all, let's look at zooming into the center of this lobby over here. And you can see that, the chatbot with the digital human interface. So this is a contactless, is here right now. With the pandemic that lately we have talking to a lot of end user bank, talking here from the bank branches, the software and hardware implementer technology. They're looking for the contactless technology, and it's here right now. What can you do with that? So it can help the customer find what they are looking for with this integrated digital assistant in your bank branches, your scales machine, or digital signage. This AI-powered avatar can interact with the customer through the voice, through the touch, and the gesture, helping users to go through their decision-making journey by explaining all the product feature, resolving some of the basic queries, and recommending some of the relevant offer. It will bring back the human touch or element to the customer service without relying on the actual people or your officer, especially nowadays that we have to put in the SOP for social distancing, right? So that will help you to take into the consideration. So in order to meet this goal, artificial intelligence power this avatar are designed to emotionally engage with your banking customers. If we move to the left top part of that, so that's called AI-enabled digital signage. So it can use the vision AI to deliver the effective content and make a data-driven decision. How does it do that? So it has kind of embedded with the camera and be able to understand your customer profile, whether by the age, by the gender, or even by your VIP profile portfolio. And the AI that enable this digital signage can push personalized, offers such as, loan investment plan that towards the user that are looking at that. So find out what screen that attract the most user, and also who are the viewing their content, and what content they are viewing is also important, because that will really give you a very clear ROI or measure return on investment on all this digital signage display over here. Okay, let me zoom in and into another area. So we have seen this lobby in the center, right? Let's go to the favorite area in most of the banks today, which is the ATM machine area. So ATM machine have been there for many years. However, lately, enhancing this ATM with new verification technique, like the vision recognition, biometric authentication, will allow the consumer to even do more services with this ATM machine, more than just withdrawing the money itself. So in some region, this ATM machine is also kind of evolved and transformed into, we call it a virtual teller machine, or some of them they call it a smart teller machine, which enable more self-service function. So just for example, if you want to make these branches more so-called the self-automated or autonomous self-banking, you have to improve this ATM to do more self-service function, so that your consumer can perform any services they want, any times that when they are convenient, rather than only the office hour. Moving to the left side, you can see that that's called kiosk with natural language, or we call it NLP, processing machine vision for document scanning. Voice response promises to add this new interactive or this self-service function, and also enable another way of contactless interaction. This capability is particularly useful for the elderly population who are not really technology savvy today. These are the population that will continue to visit your bank branches. Then you have to really kind of look into how you can improve that customer service experience. So using this voice recognition command will really help to direct all the function rather than touching the screen, or even that able to navigate to the data processing that you want. I just give an example where I just kind of lately talked to some of the banking in India. So they also have been focusing a lot of ATM machine and also self-service on the printing their, you may be surprised that on the bank books itself. So these are all the things that could really help, because it can support multiple language. A country that have many language is very headache. You cannot hire like thousands of officers to answer all the different language. But with this NLP, it could help. So at the back end on the left-hand side, you can also kind of analyze that who are using your data, who are using your machine, who are using your services out on the floor, and do the kind of real-time customers and operation analysis. All these are really important because it can provided by all the sensors that are kind of deploying on the floor itself. Okay, let's zoom into another area. Let's go out from this branch and go to the other side of it. Okay, drive-through area. You see, I know that some country may not be so popular with this drive-through, but certain country like in US is kind of very popular with this kind of drive-through concept. It offers another new services. I'm sure that all of us are very familiar with the drive-through ordering the food, fast food. We call it quick service restaurant like McDonald's, Starbucks, and so on. Why not bank as well that provide this kind of convenience service? And especially nowadays with the SOP, you know that you can't go to the bank branches at a certain time or even have a social distancing. With this drive-through capability, you can implement a lot more artificial intelligence usage model over here. Example like voice recognition for touchless application. And even though that you can even advance more, it's like you can actually detect who are your customer that driving to and coming to use your service, and it can help you to identify your VIP customers. And when the car kind of drive through, you can recognize the car plate itself, and you can personalize all this offer through the AI enabled signage and just what you have experienced inside the branch itself. So that will really improve your customer service for your VIP at least. Okay, kind of let me summarize the whole things that what I have been going through with you, walk through with you from the bank floor itself. So I take example that to show you how the customer journey looks like. Like Amanda, I take example, the name Amanda, like age 27, is an accountant. So when she wanted to step into the bank, it typically will say, hey, bank can actually collect their customer insight on the Amanda when first she just stepped into the floor itself. What is her spending and also the investment habit in the past? So the AI will do the processing and can personalize the offer. So that Amanda is a accountant. She's looking for always low risk kind of investment pattern or plan in the past. Then you can really customize that. So it's just like the customer feel that so happy because you know them so well. So just like that, so you're moving to the third stage that Amanda visit the bank branches after he's serving her content on the apps itself through her cell phone. When you step in the bank branches, immediately you can recognize it as a potential VIP. So when you go into the checkboard itself, whether it's on the screen, on the kiosk, or on the signage, or in a physical robot, you can greet Amanda. I'm so happy. Someone can call me by my name. That when I just serving the apps on the phone, but when I kind of step into the bank, wow, actually the bank know me. So I feel so proud of that, sometimes. And also that we call it KYC, right? So you kind of instead of manual documentation filing, you can actually kind of help him to verify this is, you really can actually know your customers better. So instantaneously, when whatever we call it kind of omni-channel, whatever you are serving online, you're serving on your phone, whether you're serving on your PC, when serving on the experience on the bank branches, it looks seamless. So I'm sure that Amanda will be very happy with this kind of frictionless service, and it's so kind of feel proud that to be a VIP for you, right? Okay, this is kind of an example of that. So of course that when we talk about AI sounds fantastic, big opportunity and so on, right? Of course that to implement that, a lot of banks also kind of feedback to us, and you can see that McKinsey, they do a survey with all the bankers and say, hey, deploying AI is really fantastic, but there's many challenges over here. So first of all, it's kind of a lack of AI strategy, weak core technology and data backbone, and the operating model and talent strategy is not really there yet. So Intel work with different type of the ecosystem partner over here. Everything ranging from the hardware to the software to a complete end-to-end solution. So together with our partner, Intel can act as a trusted advisor for you or for the bank on the development of a new banking technology. We work with some of the bank in project pilot opportunity of various regions to test out this new concept implementation during your digital bank branches transformation, and also uncover some new methods to resolve some of the pain points for your industry. As you all know, the IoT, Internet of Things, ecosystem is very, very fragmented. In order to offer a complete solution, Intel also work with the independent software vendor, we call it ISV, to harness the performance advantage of the Intel hardware for advanced analytics and the AI, both at the branches and also the data center for the cloud, power new capability at the edge like audience analytics, opt-in vision recognition, fraud detection for security purpose. That's all important. Intel also work with the inferential system integrator to understand the banking industry problem from the end user in order to determine what is the best solution for you in the banking industry. Just take for example, we have a program named Intel Market Ready Solution, and you can actually offer a lot of scalable end-to-end ready deploy solution that provide a solid business result for the banking industry today. In order to support you to multiple kind of category of the customer and also your different needs, Intel is working with a consortium to drive an open platform to meet the fragmented needs and open standard. I'm sure you'll be happy with that because you can really work with seamless connectivity without compatibility on client issue. To achieve that, Intel developed and provide a multiple building blocks technology like Intel OpenVINO to help in the AI inference learning on the various hardware platform range from Intel server, Xeon processor, Intel Core processor, Intel FPGA, and Intel Movidius processor as well. So coupled with this Intel vPro technology, which will help you to resolve the challenges of this remote manageability that you can monitor remotely from any place that you want at any time. So in short, I will repeat again. Cloud is the engine, edge is the gateway, data is the fuel, IoT is the source for the sensor, and AI is the output of the insight over here. So to conclude my presentation, you may ask me what is the next step you can do with us. Oh, before that, I just want to call out in the previous page, right? So if you want to know more detail about this technology, you definitely can visit www.intel.com/banking. You can really get more detail about what I'm sharing over here. So in order for you to even closer for the next step to address a problem or helping you to solve the problem or even identify some pilot opportunity together or learn more about Intel solution, you can contact me through my email or through my LinkedIn, or you can even work with all our team colleagues over here in many different regions, whether you are in the US, Europe, or even in APAC or APJ, APAC or Japan. We have a wide range of our colleagues that sitting in different regions to service you and support you. Okay, I'd like to end the presentation here and read a video over here, which kind of illustrate that what I just mentioned, how the AI can help you to transform the branches. Jet, I will go ahead and play this video.
SB, please close your screen. I will share the video from my end so that audio will be heard.
Okay, sure.
Expect vendors to offer products and services that are personalized, easily accessible, and fast. One of the best ways for financial institutions to meet and exceed customer expectations is through self-service digital kiosks. The results speak for themselves. 85% of consumers have used a self-service kiosk, and research shows that customer satisfaction rates improve when customers have the option to use one. For merchants, the returns are similarly impressive. By introducing kiosks, banks can help customers manage their money more securely outside of working hours. They can also offer private interactions with experts, regardless of where they're based. Systems integrators have the opportunity to build digital kiosk solutions that help banks achieve similar results in their own environments. Intel and its ecosystem partners help SIs to build kiosk solutions that are scalable, reliable, and engaging. Scalable solutions developed using the Intel distribution of OpenVINO Toolkit can be deployed across any Intel platform to deliver scalable computer vision and AI capabilities. Reliable. With Intel vPro platforms, kiosks can be seen, set, managed, and recovered to ensure they perform their essential function. Touch, voice, and gesture control are also supported by Intel technology. Read our new infographic on improving services and increasing convenience with banking kiosks to learn more.
Thanks, Jed. I'm sure that we have, a place for anyone that joining this event to go to our booth, right?
Yeah. So for everyone who have questions or would like to know more about SB and Intel solutions for your banks, Intel has session rooms and also a virtual booth you can visit anytime. Thank you, SB, for your presentation.
Thanks for listening and thanks for your time.